What's going on, guys? Tonight, I got the Black Panther. This was sent to me by BL Pepper Lovers, Brian and Lydia. Absolutely awesome people. Getting pods in January. That is awesome. Pods in January? What? So, the Black Panther is a cross between the Pimenta de Neyde and Bhut Jolokia, ghost pepper. Smells delicious. Let's see if you can get a good view of the inside without me crushing it. Focus. There we go. There we go. Beautiful interior. It smells very fruity and very vegetal. The slight floral note. I'm also picking up slight citrus notes as well. So let's give it a try. So surprisingly, for being considered a ghost pepper type, the initial burn was pretty immediate. Ghost peppers are the tricky ones where you'll take a bite and you think, oh, that's not really that hot. And it'll just slowly keep rising and rising and rising. This one felt like a lot of it was right up front. Really just a very fruity flavor. Very, very slight floral. But barely. Very, very enjoyable pepper. Very chinense pepper flavor. Just that typical peppery flavor. It was definitely the most dominant flavor, I guess you could say, if you consider that a flavor. It was very peppery with a good fruitiness, slight floral. Good burn. Same at a 2, maybe a 3. It's not a really, really aggressive burn. It's not super intense. It's not concentrated. It's very spread throughout my whole mouth. Roof of my mouth, top of my tongue, the insides of my cheeks. Mainly the top of my tongue and the roof of my mouth, though. Just a nice, good, even burn covering the whole surface. It's a whole top of my tongue. It's not just the strip down the middle. It's not the wings. It's the whole thing, all along the top. Same with the roof of my mouth. Just a nice, even burn. Peaked very quickly. I said it was pretty initial. Pretty immediate, rather. kind of, as soon as I bit into it, I felt it ramp right up. And that kind of took me by surprise because, like I said, ghost peppers typically have a very slow incline and a very slow decline to the heat. This one was right up front, bit it, and it immediately like reached its peak. It reached its peak and just kind of hung there for a couple minutes, and then just kind of dropped off. I wouldn't say it dropped off completely. That's why I say earlier it was a two or a three, because I'd say it reached a three, but it was very brief. It peaked like right up to a three and then immediately came down to a two and just kind of hung there. So you get that kind of afterburn effect where when you burn really hard, I mean, it's more predominant with really big burns and big pushes and stuff like that. Excuse me, pepper burp. As soon as you come down from that really, really intense burn, it's not quite, it's still burning, but it's almost kind of tingly. And when you really, really burn, it almost kind of feels like numb. You get a numbing effect. You can still feel it burning. Feels like other than the burn, everything is numb. That's like a really, really big push, or even just eating something like really, really hot. Kind of goes static. You get like the pins and needles effect. Good flavor all the way through. It's kind of just hung around with those same flavor profiles. It was just very peppery, very chinenzy, fruity, and just a tiny, tiny little bit of floral. Really just rounded out the flavor profile. And I'd say still the most pronounced flavor in my mouth is that peppery chinenzy flavor. Fruitiness is maybe half that, and then the florals maybe half that. Just a tiny, tiny little bit. Still feel it. So it's definitely still hanging around. It's not like it peaked and then fell completely off and I'm not burning at all. I still have a little bit of a tingle all over my mouth. Just a very, very pleasant pepper. You know who else is pleasant? BL pepper lovers, Brian and Lydia. You guys are awesome. Seriously. Thank you so much. I appreciate the pods. Just felt it drop off. So that's pretty much it. No more flavor left in my mouth. No more burn. But that was great. All right, guys. Burn daily.